Hello. Welcome to Vamps and Vagrants. I am Paige, your dungeon mom. Tonight I am joined, as always, with my closest friends and family. First up, Kayleen, who plays Brana.
Hi!
To her left, right, our left, is Colin, who plays Revlin.
Hello.
In a new setup, we have Wesley, who plays Benville.
Nick?
Nick's not here right now. He's dead. Next up, we have Victoria, who plays Rapture.
Hi!
Hey! We have Kelly, all cozy, ready for bed, who plays Hugo.
Hi!
She's Huggo.
Oh my god, we're gonna put a countdown how long it's gonna take.
Just straight up Huggo.
Huggo. And last but certainly not least, Sarah, who plays Yetta.
I won't cry this time, I hope.
We'll see. Yeah.
Crying.
And not that we're following a true upload system anymore, because I'm a couple weeks behind. But next week we're going to have an off week. We're going to do a private one-shot. Probably won't make it a video, but Sarah's going to DM that for us, which I'm looking forward to.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Good. So on last week's session of Vamps and Vagrants, you fought, well, the previous session before that, you fought off a couple werewolves. One of which bit Brana, infecting her with lycanthropy. You met two familiar faces as Mark and Irina, who were traveling with a Vistani-dressed woman who introduced herself as Sasha. You explained to them you're looking for Octavio. They kind of shared that some information about lycanthropy, needing a remove curse spell to cleanse the person who's inflicted with it, and you all decided that you needed to wait for Octavio to return to cure Brana and establish a game plan from there. So you all returned to the tower, the wizard tower on the island where you'd stayed the night previously, and began to kind of hunker down. Some of you streaking into the water and getting into other mishaps. And as you were in the middle of the day, generally getting ready to set up camp and kind of just hunker in for the next couple hours, we learned that Igor the frog had passed of old age, to many of our dismay, where you all paid your respects to him on the island and laid him to rest in a campfire. That is where we're going to pick up tonight's session. So it is about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. The last bit of smoke that comes off the fire has kind of died down from the eulogy of Igor. You all kind of sit there in silence as Yetta finishes wiping a tear from her eye.
Those were beautiful words. I'm thankful. Thank you guys. I appreciate it. So, card game or what?
His light flickers to join the greater light.
Yeah. But I like this light here. But it's okay. Do we know how he died? Just old age, but what specifically?
I believe Victoria Rapture rolled a medicine check. She would have discerned, looking over the body, that as frogs age, Paige is making up natural anatomy on the spot. The heart begins to enlarge peacefully, not painfully, and it just imploded of old age. Yeah, it's just something that happens when frogs age. They just implode.
Did he have a Grinch moment?
No. It's completely internal. You don't see any external signs of it. It looks very peaceful.
But his heart exploded?
Yeah, totally. Yeah, 3 sizes a day.
Okay.
You just felt
Is it kind of like their throat? It bellows in and out? Their heart just
someone with less of a keen eye would mistake it for the throat thing. Yeah.
That must have been what I saw earlier.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
Some frogs die of exhaustion.
Did you look that up for me?
Female frogs may die of exhaustion after spawning.
Oh.
Please check your bag for more baby frogs.
I checked my bag for baby frogs.
It wouldn't be baby frogs. It would be frogs.
Are there tadpoles?
The dead tadpoles.
Wait, where are you? What are you doing?
She's trying to say that there's a chance it was a female frog and they laid eggs
Where?
in his cage.
Investigation check.
Oh god, please. Please, baby Igors.
Guys,
You need another frog to.
frogs lay eggs in water.
10.
Yeah, there's no eggs in there.
Damn it. Okay. I accept his death as final.
Oh, his skin may have dried out, which means he can't get enough oxygen or get rid of enough carbon dioxide. But let's say old age because his heart got big. I like that one.
Thank you. Okay. Well,
His heart grew with your love. Rapture didn't say that. That's totally Victoria. Rapture,
Okay.
it killed him.
oh shit.
Yeah, Rapture's not very nice.
Okay. I'm good to wait until our friend shows up.
Yeah, and you can see Sasha and Ismark, who have volunteered not to stay in the tiny hut to kind of supply the rest of the space for you all, have even started to unroll their bed rolls around the campfire that they had set up that you used for the Igor ceremony. Not that they're getting ready for bed by any means, but they're just unpacking their packs and getting comfortable.
They're trying to bone down.
I'm definitely boning down in between the two of them.
Oh,
It would be hard to squeeze in between them. You can get to the other side. You could lay a bedroll down the other side of her. They're not like next to each other. They're like what I've set up on the map.
I forgot we had 3 extra people, and Kayleen was like, they're gonna bone down, and I forgot about Sasha, and it was weird.
Guys, get ready. I've prepared 30 minutes of me just describing their intercourse.
Yay!
Dude,
Okay.
she was just
Start
in
now.
the books today.
I'm ready.
She was
So
in the books today working on that.
Yeah, that's true. So this is what, like, where I put them is where their bedrolls are going to be.
This is not very erotic.
I'm aroused.
You're always aroused.
Fair.
Okay.
So, Hugo, what are you doing?
Being
I'm
aroused.
spitting on her.
Who's drawing penises? Don't you do it.
Oh no, that's a bedroll.
The Hugo says bedroll.
Whoever did it, delete it.
It's a bed footsie. I think Yetta did it because it's yellow.
Yeah, but that's Kayleen's trick to confuse you.
It is my trick. I was thinking about doing something, but I didn't. So,
Kayleen's lashing out because I've infected her character with lycanthropy.
week 3 of me having been bitten.
I'm sorry, you guys continue at a snail's pace.
We
You
like.
told us to wait.
Damn it.
We were in Valley Keith for 18 weeks, guys.
You can wait. You got like a fortnight. Hashtag Fortnite, we're gonna trend. This video is gonna be so popular.
Hashtag
You
Fortnite.
got a fortnight.
We have to spell it F-O-R-T.
Alright, so if you guys don't have anything you want to do, I mentioned downtime last week, after last week. You have about 8 hours of downtime before you would start a rest. Some of you had come up with ideas. If you'd like to volunteer first, I'll work through volunteers first.
How long
I'll,
I was just gonna say, how long did Octavio say it was gonna be? It was gonna be a day?
Half a day's travel, I think
Half
he
a
said.
day.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I can
Go ahead,
Sure.
Colin.
Yeah, okay. All I was gonna do was like really hunt through the Tome of Strahd and learn whatever I could from it.
Okay. Yeah. So the tome the exact tome itself is everything I read to you guys. It's not like a section of it.
Okay.
So that story is brief, but roll just a straight intelligence check for me. Oh no, I got a water drop on this. That's not good.
21.
Very nice. You spent a lot of time in crypts and places with old artifacts and generally looking at the aging of this tome. It's very old, fine leather, and it's so old and faded that it's extremely soft to the touch and fragile, and even the parchment is brittle, so you handle it with great care. And you can estimate that the tome is roughly 400 years old.
Oh, okay. So if there's not much else to read, then what I'll do is I'll make a few copies of it.
Okay.
Of just like the story and the relevant information, maybe like annotating it so that it's really obvious what, Strahd might live in a crypt.
Yeah, so to paraphrase, as you're just decoding and interpreting the work, you can sense that what he's suggesting is a lot of the urban myths of vampires that you've heard even in the Forgotten Realms and beyond seem to ring true so far. That a stake to their heart while they rest will incapacitate them. That most vampires aren't welcomed, if without an invitation, are not welcome into a home. Even as far as running water and radiant light is something vampires fear.
So I'll list all those things out on the copies, just so we have that.
Revlin's top 5 things for vampires. Number
Garlic
1
is delicious.
Awesome. Anything else with that downtime? You'd probably have maybe another, I'd say, 2 or 3 hours if you'd like.
Anything else for anybody?
For him. I'm going one by one.
Cool.
Beyond that, I'll... No. Yeah.
Okay, no problem. Yeah. Awesome. Sarah, I know you said you had something. You want to go next?
I would like to use my extra pieces of wood that I've been holding since Borovia, and I'd like to spend some time trying to carve. I think we talked about having time for 2 carvings.
3. But
3? I could do 3?
Yeah, but you aren't proficient with like carpenter's tools, right?
No,
Okay.
I am not.
All right, so I'm going to have you roll 3 dexterity checks.
One at a time, or can I do them all together?
Whatever you prefer. Just do them in an order, because they're obviously each roll is representing a separate
first, second.
stake. Yep.
Dex saves.
Nope, just a straight dex
Dex.
check. Yep.
First one's going to be an 8.
Okay.
19. 5.
The first and the second one, the first one, it takes you a little bit longer. I'd say almost an hour, where you get it to a good point where it's not brittle and fragile at the end with this wood you've collected from the old burgomaster's home. The second one is something you could have found out of like a textbook Monster Hunter's manual. It is great. The third one, you think it'll work, but maybe you'll have to see how it goes down when you use it. And so label those for now 2 finely crafted wooden stakes, 1 below average wooden stake. And try to track those separately for me for now.
Gotcha.
Cool. That would take up pretty much up to the end. You might have like an hour to spare if there's anything else brief you'd like to do.
I think I would just spend some time trying to create a song or story that represents Igor's life.
Oh, okay. Is it Shrek All-Star?
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Any other volunteers
To do stuff?
for your? Did you think of downtime? I mean, I was gonna ask everybody, but
Yeah.
go ahead, Wes.
I don't know how intensely Yetta would be in her carving or in the crafting of a song for Igor, but I was thinking I would just spend a fair amount of time pacing back and forth in front of the mist, walking toward where I knew Yetta to be, then walking back and pacing again, and finally coming over to Yetta and sitting down next to her alone and just saying, I'd say, Wolfmane.
You're muted, Sarah.
Wolfmane?
I wasn't born Binvolm Lathandrin.
That's
Wolfmane
what
is
your-
my father's name.
Wolfmane. And your first name was Benvolm?
Yes.
Benvolm Wolfmane?
It's a past that I left behind a long time ago. It was a merchant.
Huh.
And
Did he sell wolf skins?
yeah, he would go out into the world, and not just wolf skins, but pelts in general. But he was particularly good at taking down a pack of wolves and bringing back the pelts. But yeah, I grew fairly bored of this merchant life in a small town, and I heard about a thieves guild in Daggerford, and grew very excited about following that path. And my brother, a few years younger than me, always wanted to do what I was doing, so I brought him with me, and we started testing the ropes, seeing what we could do. We came upon a town with the noble that minor noble that had control of the town was just charging these exorbitant taxes on people. And we just knew him to be a bad man and wanted to take that money back and practice our skills. And so in the night, we came into the house to steal back what we could from him. And he heard us. And we engaged with him in his study. And we were young. He had this sword, and I draw a little bit of my sword out. And we had just what we had taken from our father before we ran away. And before we'd been fighting long, he cut my brother open, and my brother fell to the floor, immediately dead. And the noble was guarding this closet door, and I, just in rage, knew he was just fighting to protect whatever he kept in that closet. Opened him up from coin purse to shoulder, and he fell. And I opened the closet angrily, and I found a woman guarding 2 children and a young tiefling they had taken in as their own. And I grabbed his sword and ran from there, not knowing what to do, and stayed around the area. I dragged my brother away, buried him in the woods. And I watched them, and I watched as the fields shriveled, the land blackened, people were starving, and the noble's family left to live with other family, and I snuck back into the house and searched through his office and found correspondences, papers that he had sent back and forth with nearby larger cities, spending exorbitant amounts of money to mages and enchanters, trying to rid the land of the curse that was killing everything around it, and he was taxing the people to pay to save them. I threw myself on a Church of Lathander's steps outside of Daggerford, just asking for justice, that they give me justice. And they took me in, took the skills that I had and trained them and honed them, and told me that I wouldn't repay my debt with my death, but with my life. I wouldn't repay Nikra for the price he paid for my folly.
I put my hand out to him. My dog barks. My God!
My God, it's Godzilla! So she reaches out and grabs your hand, Benville.
I grab hers back.
The other hand or the same hand that you...
Just
I
doubling
grab her
up.
hand. I don't grab my
Hand on
hand.
hand. It's just like grab my own hand. You gave your life. Oops, what? Huh?
Nothing.
You gave your life for Lathander, yes?
I have.
And you were paying for your crime.
I am. In the time that I was watching the village, I took the stone out of the pommel of this sword. And I couldn't bring myself to get rid of it. But I couldn't carry it on the sword either. And I pull at the chain that I have around my neck and pull it out, and there's a huge gem on the end of it. The brothers at the temple that I went to made it a channel for healing. And now I carry my shame around my neck to heal others.
Do you believe Lathander controls your fate? Or do you have free will?
I believe I have free will, but I believe I have free will to direct my actions within or without the light of Lathander, and I hope to regain that light and regain the light from my brother.
Benville, you have a light. You do not need to regain it. Lathander gives you power because you still have it. You've not lost it.
I don't think I have redeemed myself yet, but I am grateful to Lathander's looking upon me with his light.
I don't think you will ever forgive yourself for this.
I fight for my brother's forgiveness.
And he haunts you every day.
And in my dreams, and in this land.
Your brother would not want this, Benville, nor your father, nor that dead nobleman. They were all good. They would not want the man to suffer. Lathander does not want you to suffer. He wants you to heal.
Yet I suffered, but in the service of healing. I don't know that I can heal myself for myself, but I hope I can heal enough to heal my brother and heal his memory.
Vistani believe when you tell stories of those who have passed, their memory and their spirit is with you. Like they are telling the story. So instead of telling the story of how he died, tell stories about how he lived. You only tell me about his death. You never tell me about who he was or what he did or things you did together as brothers. I never had siblings, so I'd like to hear of those stories.
I will try. It's hard to remember those. The last moments are still burn the brightest in my heart and in my head.
Try. You will find some.
I drop my head. Just sit.
And we bone. I'm kidding.
All right. Hugo, if you're with us, is there anything you'd like to do for downtime?
I would like to just build some stick things, please.
Stakes?
Yeah.
Sarah collected wood from.
I'll
the
collect it from
quartermaster.
the wagon that I exploded.
Well, there's not like big pieces of that left. The pieces that
Well,
were remaining were used in the campfire.
Well, then I'm gonna go into the woods and chop down a tree.
Okay. Roll a athletics check for me.
Oh, fudger.
Hugo, I could share it. I could share a steak with you.
No.
Okay, never mind.
A 10?
It takes you 10 minutes to find a good tree.
Okay.
And then when you get to it, you cut it down and maybe it's everyone making fun of your naked body as you left the river, but it takes you an extra minute to chop the tree down.
Cool.
With your way.
But now you have a giant tree falling down.
Did I get back to camp?
It's roughly 20 feet long.
Can I drag it?
Roll another athletics check for me.
Roll a dragon it check.
I'm on it.
What'd you say, athletics?
Yep.
11.
It doesn't come to move
Alright,
right
I
away.
chop it into little pieces and I get enough to do something with it.
I'd say with the time it takes you to cut down the tree, you'll be able to make 2 stakes. So I'll need you to roll 2. What is it? Dexterity I did, Sarah, for you? 2 dexterity checks.
Oh, those are good. 20 and 19.
Yeah, you have 2 wooden stakes.
Cool.
And surrounding Hugo is a giant pile of wooden shavings and branches and twigs. Because he's cut down a whole tree to make 2 wooden stakes.
and tried that many times.
Yeah, there's a lot of failed attempts off to the side, I'd say.
Okay.
Okay, awesome. Victoria?
Rapture wants to, because I think I can do it whenever. Birdify and fly around and like see what. Rapture does not want to bone down.
Do you get it once a day or?
I'm not sure. I thought it just said I can use it as an action.
Double check.
Thank you.
Yeah. I believe you're right. Yeah, for now, let's play it like that. It does take an action, but yeah, it doesn't look like you have a limit on it in a day.
Am bird.
You are bird.
So I want, because we're on an island, right? Can Rapture bird fly however far she wants?
Yeah, you can fly as far as you'd like.
Okay, I want to do like kind of concentric circles, like 50 yards out, like 100 yards out. Call it like a reconnaissance.
And what are you looking for?
Just the lay of the land, anything interesting, any people, any monsters. Trying to just be prepared. Plus, she's bored and doesn't want to just hang out with people.
Doesn't quite know how to deal with the passing of Igor.
What is people?
And how far above would you fly? Because with the mist,
yeah.
like when you're flying overhead, the mist obscures, so you'd be rolling pretty much anywhere at this point. I'm gonna have to get into the habit of having you guys roll perception checks with disadvantage because it is heavily obscuring most of the time. I just haven't done it in the past.
Okay. I think. Sorry. I think based on mists and the fact that I don't know exactly how high birds fly, Rapture's like it's like she got a new car. She wants to dart in and out of like the trees, like fun bird time. Happy bird time.
Okay, is she heading east, west, north, or south?
She's gonna start doing just like circles around, just kind of getting bigger.
Okay.
So she still knows where she is.
Don't want to get lost, right? Trying to keep that in mind because it's kind of like two-tiered where you're doing circles, but you're also trying to keep low and duck around. Roll a perception check with disadvantage.
Okay, I'm checking to see if I get anything from her.
You do. You roll with her perception stats.
Okay. Which I have to... Oh, which you have right here. Perfect. Sorry. What is perception?
That should be under
Wisdom.
wisdom.
Okay. 15. I rolled a 14 and a 19.
That's pretty good with disadvantage. So, as you begin to fly around, keeping close proximity to your party for the most part at first. The perimeter of the lake that you're on, Lake Baratok, is relatively small compared to the lake by Veliki. So you're able to kind of get a good grasp of it within, I'd say, 100, 150 yards as you kind of cover that peripheral view. And you can see the mists kind of cover a lot of the overhead of the woods. And as you kind of like poke your head in and duck around, it seems relatively quiet in the woods. As you kind of explore and get further and further, I would say with a 15, you can see both to the north and south of you, there are two mountain peaks. So pretty much on the top and bottom of the map, in theory, if you're visualizing it that way. And they kind of tower over a lot of the scenery at this angle that you hadn't noticed on the path with all the woods before. The one to the south, you can see, if you're heading west, it looks southwest. So it's not directly south of you, but a little off to the west. And you can see that there seems to be a pass or a trail that kind of leads up and around it, which catches your attention from this distance. But you can see, as you kind of circle back around, you can see Valaki a little bit behind you, and the wooden gates that surround it closed at the time. And I would say you're not sure, but you think you see a structure closer than the southern mountain peak you saw. It is a building of some kind. At this distance, you don't see a lot of detail, but it looks to be higher up on not the mountain peak, but another hill of some kind. It doesn't seem to be at the ground level, but it catches your attention just ever so slightly when you're kind of making your rounds.
Okay. It's not a tower, right? We're at the right tower.
Yeah, no, it's not a tower.
Okay.
At this distance, it's hard to tell. It's pretty far away as well. It'd probably be for flying. It'd probably be at least an hour or two away. So you'd be getting pretty far away. But it looks to be not a tower, definitely not a single story, but it seems to be built on like a cliffside.
Interesting. Okay.
All right. Is there anything you'd like to do with that information?
I'll tell my party when I get back. Be like, yo, saw some stuff.
What do ravens
Rapture's
eat?
in a hunt. Berries. I don't actually know what ravens eat. I'm googling it. Store all my. What do ravens eat? Most of their diet is meat.
Okay. So
They
as
also
you're
eat eggs and nesting other baby birds.
oh great.
And packs of ravens will hunt other things.
And they eat carrion too. So
Garbage.
what you know is that Buffy's not picky.
So as
Buffy's
you're
not picky. Rapture maybe doesn't eat in Buffy Rapture.
okay. As you're flying back to your party to kind of relay this kind of general scouting you've done, you kind of dip, or really Buffy's instincts kind of take a hold of you, and you kind of dip into the woods, and you're kind of flying through some of the tree lines, and she thinks she spots a squirrel scurrying up the side of a tree. And you have this split moment where, like, do you let Buffy's instincts take in, or do you kind of like Rapture rein her in?
Fuck it, we're going for a squirrel.
All right. So I'm gonna need you. How are you doing it? You just kind of dive in with.
Yeah, with my super good dexterity.
Does Buffy have like a pecking attack or something? A claw?
Beak.
Beak.
She's got beak.
And it's an attack, right?
A melee weapon, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm gonna need you to roll a beak attack.
So that's just a
So you're gonna roll a
D20 plus...
D20 plus 4, yep.
Okay. Oh, sorry, rolled off. That is a nat 1. Plus 4.
Now 1. You let Buffy kind of take control, and this is the first time you've really, like, existed in her body. You've done it once before, but not this prolonged of a period. And maybe it's just this new experience, the two of you sharing one body, but she face plants into the tree, and like the squirrel like kind of scurries right past her, and she kind of like bounces back and kind of shakes off her feathers, kind of puffs up her chest a little bit, a little defeated, but she's still hungry, so.
Poor Buffy.
You could do another attempt, but this time the squirrel seems to be like fleeing up into like a little burrow.
You know, I think after getting pounded by a tree, I think Rapture brain would take back over. Be like, fuck that, I got meat at home.
Yeah, alright. And so as you're flying back, you're kind of consoling Buffy, telling her that you'll give her a nice meal back at the campsite.
Poor Buff.
Poor Buff. Not 1. That's hard.
I don't know what it was when it rolled off the table. It was probably way better, but
Alright. That would leave you with, I'd say, maybe like an hour or 2 if you'd like anything else at the campsite.
Rapture's going to start in one of my other languages. In Celestial, I want to start crafting a poem for my beloved Victor.
Oh! Okay.
I'll work on it.
Alright.
But that's what she's doing. She's by herself, kind of in the corner. She like kind of south of the bone down zone, and just gives Buffy a meal and just works real hard on rhyming something with Victor.
Yeah.
Bad poetry.
All right.
That was way better. I thought you were gonna grab your binder and write Victor and Celestial over and over on the binder.
Oh my god, I love that.
Just a heart with whatever Victor is. Yeah, no, just gonna write some poetry. I'm gonna find the worst
I
poetry.
draw a heart and Celestial.
Okay. Excuse me.
That's fine.
And Bronna, what are you doing with your downtime?
Oh, I'm gonna tune up my arm because it probably needs it. Which entails me fiddling with my arm for however long that it takes. I want to play with the weapon that I got that I still haven't, I don't think, told you guys what it does yet.
How do you play with it?
I'm gonna use it.
Oh. How? What do you do? You're just gonna activate its ability?
You talking about the lawnmower?
Yes, because I'm ready to tune to it.
Yeah. So you would be using an action, technically swinging it.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah. Okay.
Hold on a roll of 11 or higher. Okay. Right. So I would have to roll. Do I have to roll for it, or is it just gonna happen?
It's every time. Yeah. So roll.
18, baby.
All right. So as you're all in your own cubbies and corners of the campsite, pretty early in the afternoon, after Bronna has kind of sat off to the side and tuned up her arm, you kind of see her rotate her shoulder a little bit, pull out this
that one.
oh my god, I forget the type of weapon. Oh, why am I sickle? You see her pull out the sickle that she had gotten, and you see her kind of pull it out and kind of look at it level, and then she goes and swings it, and you see her blink out of existence. 1 second she's there, and the next second she's gone. You all kind of stop what you're doing and look over like, what?
Revlin smiles knowingly.
Is she gonna come back?
No, Bronna also died.
Critical Role Season 1.
Did she find a way out of here?
Within another couple seconds, you'd see Bronna bamf back, and would you have traveled or moved? You can move 10 feet in any direction from where you bamfed out.
Probably moved like 5 feet.
And
off.
you could, and there's, like, everyone's kind of gathered to the point where you disappeared, so you have potential to, yeah.
Definitely blink behind them.
You blink behind Yetta as she's going, is she going to come back? Has she found the way out of here?
Yeah, and I'm just gonna stick my hands over her eyes.
Ah! I need you to roll a d20.
17.
You bamf back away again.
Yay!
Who the fuck was that? Who's playing tricks on me?
You're just making fun for Yetta in her hour of need.
Is it Igor?
Ben Vom still has his head in his hands.
You bamf back. Where do you like you bamf back?
Back to where I had been standing previously.
Okay. You see Bronna appear, and she kind of, do you want to end it?
Yeah.
Okay, and you see her kind of sheath the sickle back to her side.
What the fuck?
That's pretty cool.
I thought you might like it.
I appreciate it.
Wait, you knew that did that?
Of course.
Oh shit. Where did you go? What did you see?
Somewhere. Where did I go?
You go to you just go to a parallel.
It's the ethereal plane.
Ethereal plan. So when you bamf over, you kind of see everything kind of like when Frodo puts on the ring. So you see your same surroundings, but you can't quite interact with them the same way, and they can't interact with you. But you're existing in that space. You can hear them in this hollow, like underwater kind of sound effect. So you can hear and see everything. You're just not quite there.
Yep. That. Pretty cool.
Did you see heaven?
No.
Oh.
I was here, just like slightly off center.
Oh. So you fucked with me, eh? It was a good one. I needed it.
High fives.
High fives.
All right. As you all spend a day decompressing, it's been a long couple days actually recently, and you're The wrapping up in Valaki and the settling of a government, not leaving, and so first you kind of all take a time for yourself and reflect on your travels through Barovia and what you can anticipate in the future. And you can see Sasha and Ismark and even Irina have kind of set up a nice big fire, and
yeah, they have.
And they've started to kind of chat and talk, and they've even begun cooking up a little bit of food from it appears to be some animals that Ismark had hunted along the way for you guys. You all settle down to eat and then begin to get ready for bed. Again, Sasha, Ismark have their bedrolls outside. Irina looks eager to rest in the tiny hut, and you see Sasha kind of approach you all after kind of cleaning up what little plates and silverware you guys have traveling on the road, and she says, you all look tired. You probably need the rest. I will take first watch if you need me to.
You all could take the first watch together.
Okay.
Hugo.
Yes?
I mean, Sarah. I mean, Kelly. I'm drunk. Kelly. This is Sasha. Wake up.
Yeah, what? Huh?
Sasha, we're trying to get you to sit up with Sasha.
Yeah, let's do that shit.
Yo, also Kelly, not Hugo. Have you thought about what you're doing with the card?
Nope.
Oh, you fuck.
Sorry, I had a busy week last week. What?
I'm also cutting your hair when you sleep tonight.
No, you're not doing none of those things.
Hugo only has 24 hours to make a decision on the card, and it's been roughly 8 or 9.
Cool.
So I'm just... Otherwise, nothing happens.
Okay.
Okay, cool. Sasha kind of shrugs and she goes, okay, that's fine, I guess.
Wait, what's fine?
This isn't working.
She agreed to staying up with you and doing watch.
Oh, okay, cool. Okay. Where are we gonna watch? Let's
How about
watch.
you look that way and I look this way?
Oh, okay. And instead of looking, I just stare at her.
You can see Ismark has already kind of gotten into bed, and Irina kind of patiently waits at yet aside, as politely as a child could, like pulling on a parent's sleeve.
Irina, what do you like? You want the tiny hat?
Yes, I would like
So-
that very much.
Before people go on watch, I need everybody inside the tiny hut before you step out of it. So who's sleeping in the tiny hut? Raise your hand.
Everyone but Sasha and Ismark, I think, could fit.
And
you-
I'm not.
Okay,
Well, you can still be in there. So if you need to go in there, you can.
Yeah, let's do it just in case, Hugo. You never know. So I'll cast it with those people.
9 people?
9.
9 creatures, and I don't have Igor anymore.
Oh.
Isn't that everybody?
Well, we also have Buffy.
Do you want me to be
Is
Buffy?
that 10?
Does that help?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, that's why Sasha and
Yeah.
Ismark are staying out. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
If I were to merge with Buffy, would we be able to put one more person in?
No. Yeah. Because
Just curious.
your effect could last the entire time. I think if it was an emergency, you could probably get away with it. But in this case, where you have choice, I would say.
If we could, I'd leave Ismark out by himself.
Sasha's like, that's fine with me. If you'll need me to at least be there when you cast it, I don't mind.
Yes, I can cast it with you inside, but I don't know if I can do me, Benzo, Rapture, Buffy, Brana, Hugo, Revlin, Sasha,
Irina.
Irina. Yes, yeah, everyone but Ismark. Okay, we're
All right. So, are you casting it in a similar place you did the night before?
Because
they're putting their camp like right where you see it, right here.
I'll cast it right right down below the bone zone.
But below it?
Yeah, like closer to the pathway leading towards the island.
So you want it down here or you want it down here?
Is the pathway like leading out this way?
Yes.
Yeah, I just kind of want it like a little bit off to the side out of the magical range, like down here.
Okay, what's the radius on that thing again?
It is range itself, it's a 10-foot radius.
10-foot
It lasts for 8 hours and it takes 1 minute to cast.
Okay, so you'll need to cast it right around like here so that it doesn't intrude on the area they've established to the left.
That's fine right there.
Alright, awesome. So y'all kind of
on top of him.
Wow.
Like literally smush him.
Why do you guys hate Ismark? What did he do?
You know what?
Suspect.
You know what he did.
Hugo hates him because of Sasha.
He doesn't even know her.
No, they're in love. They are in love.
As I've said before, I do not trust him.
And now Hugo doesn't.
Nope.
Alright.
So I cast it with those people.
Alright, so after you've cast it. Yeah, sorry, I gotta shake off a very long day. After you cast Tiny Hut, Sasha kind of looks around. Little cramped, but impressive.
Thank you. I modeled it after my dream home because I never had my own hut.
Okay. Well, sleep soundly. And you kind of see her turn abruptly out into the outside campsite where she kind of sits down in her bedroll and begins to like start her watch.
I go out there with her.
Hugo, it's time to turn to Woogo.
To what?
To Woogo.
Ooh. Doesn't
Yeah.
someone have like a charisma buff to give him? I will give you a bardic inspiration. Hugo, come here, come too close to me. Like a brother. You hold him close.
What's
Hugo?
up? Yeah.
I kind of cut my mouth, not like close to his head ear, like his ear, but close enough that it's a secret.
Mhm.
And I will say, I'm giving you food for thought. Vistani girls, we like bold men, and we like men who are how do I say this? Who are like forward but can get punched.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Nope, but okay.
Okay, I double cat.
Food
Double-
for thought. We like our men. We like them hot.
I like that way more. That's what I said. Damn it. Anyway, on my second pat of his shoulders, I surge him with some bardic inspiration, and you have a dice to help you in your ventures.
Okay, and before I go outside
It's a
to
D8
go,
thing.
to go watch,
It's a D8 still.
I put on my fancy outfit from my tea party,
Okay.
and then I go outside.
And what do you do?
And I go and is Ismark sleeping?
You're not sure. He's laying down in his bedroll.
Okay. I go over and I go, what's her name again? Sasha, why don't we go for a walk?
You aren't very committed to the whole keeping watch thing, are you?
No, we're gonna look out along the horizon for adventures or something. Yeah, let's just go for a walk. Trust me.
Roll a
And I
persuasion
hand
check.
and I hand out my hand.
Roll a persuasion check.
Oh boy, not very good. A 3.
Though very romantic, Yoko, I think it is better that we keep to our duties. Keep watch for a little bit.
Okay. So I just sit down next to her and I go, "Are you cold?" It is a little nippy out.
I'm okay, but if you're cold, I'd be happy to use some of the spare wood you've collected for the campfire.
Oh, no, here. And I take off my shirt and I wrap it around her like a coat.
The ruffles kind of get in her face, and you see her kind of like. Thank you.
You're welcome. And I pull out of my bag one of my pieces of cheap jewelry I got from the mage house. And I go, I've been looking for the perfect person for this to sit upon their neck. I think it will look great on you. And I go to clasp it around her neck.
When you present the necklace, she kind of looks down at it, looks at you. And her eyes kind of light up, and she goes, Thank you, Hugo. That is very nice. And you see her kind of like pull her hair to the side and turn around so you can put it on her neck.
I kind of like, while I'm behind her, I kind of like sniff her hair. What does this smell like?
Earthy, kind of also like kind of like a little dirty actually. So it's kind of like wet dog a little bit. When you're outside a little too long, you just kind of smell like grass outside. It doesn't smell great actually.
You smell like roses.
I've not been romanced like this in a long time, Hugo.
And I give her a little. I breathe in her ear a little.
Jesus. Hugo, slow down. I don't think you're ready for someone like me.
What is that supposed to mean?
You're slurring your words. Are you drunk?
No, I'm just tired. I'm really bad at watches.
This is so true. Hugo, you're a sweet boy, but...
I'm not a boy, I'm a man!
But I think it is only fair for you to know that there is someone else in my life.
Well, that's fine. Now there's me, though. And I'm better.
I'm not so sure about that, but I appreciate your enthusiasm.
Who is it? I need to know!
If I told you, I'd have to kill you.
Yeah, good luck trying.
Trust me, you do not want to see me on a bad day.
Oh, Ronnie! Oh, damn it. I go, well, you can't diss it until you try it. Come on. And I go and I like pucker up.
She'll turn and she'll kiss Hugo. And it's quite aggressive actually.
Who? Me or her?
Her.
Nice.
And it kind of takes you back even, Hugo. You're kind of like, what the heck? Like, oh man, and then she kind of pulls back, and you kind of like feel the urge to like take a deep breath, like.
I go in for another one.
She puts her hand up.
No good?
Like I said, Hugo.
I'm known for better things besides my kissing.
You see her kind of take like a controlled breath. No, Hugo. We can't. I can't. I think it's better that we focus on the watch tonight. I have a lot of other things on my mind.
Okay. And I'll go walk to the other side of the tower. And I'll go watch over there.
Okay. Roll a perception check. Everyone else, I assume, has gone to bed, right? In the tiny house? Okay, cool. Thanks.
a 10.
Would Hugo cry?
No, bitches don't make Hugo cry.
Okay, because you sounded a little weepy when you walked away. I just wanted to make sure.
That's just Kelly being sad.
Okay. Hugo would walk off, and a little bit of the misty breeze would kind of hit the side of the island as he kind of comes around the other side, kind of the tower kind of separating him from the scene he's just left, Sasha, and a little bit of the wind would hit him, and maybe it's a speck of dust, and you like wipe away something in your eye. But the rest of your watch, as you kind of sit there, it's as usual pretty quiet. Occasionally you hear a raven or a crow caw, and you'll kind of look in that direction and kind of lose sight of whatever's flying overhead and kind of get lost in your thoughts. But otherwise, it seems to be very quiet.
Okay.
A short rest or a long rest?
We were getting ready for a long rest, so we did the downtime to make it to nighttime to expedite Octavio's return.
Oh, so we would regain all of our shit?
Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. We're still in the middle of, obviously.
I'm just making sure. I was starting to panic.
Okay, so as Hugo is coming back, who would be picking up? Who would want to do next watch?
I guess sunrise.
Okay.
I'll do it.
All right.
Next one.
Before Hugo, before you go to go into the tent and wake up Revlin, you kind of walk by the campfire that you left. Sasha, and you don't see her where you left her, in her bedroll.
Is Ismark there?
Roll a perception check.
Upstairs.
12.
You see the form by the bedroll, and as you kind of get closer, the form in Ismark bedroll seems bigger than when you last left it.
I just wanted her to be yelling, Kazan, Kazan!
I go, you whore!
Oh, no.
As you yell at her, you see she kind of, the bedroll kind of pulls up, and she pulls up, and you see a shocked Sasha, her mouth and her entire body dripping in blood.
Oh, fuck!
And as she looks up at you, you can see these big teeth coming down from her mouth. And she's like huffing and puffing, and you kind of see her like claws extend out of her body, and she begins to rise on top of Ismark. I need you to roll initiative, Hugo.
What the fuck?
The phone zone betrayed us!
Oh my god! Dude, I was trying to take a nap! What is happening?
She's able to get into our tiny hut!
Oh
Kill
my
the
god.
Oh no.
He's dead, guys! What if he's dead?
Ismark thought he was able to get to her tiny hut too.
I'm so mad at you.
Wait, me?
No, what Wesley
I
just
made-
said.
I made it.
Is it just Kelly rolling?
Yes.
Shit!
I got a 17.
Great.
Hugo, there's no shame in waking other people up.
All right.
I will kill the teeth guzzler
Yeah,
lady.
Kelly's so shit at this. She always does this.
First up in initiative is Hugo.
I just yelled, you whore. Okay. I would like to.
So.
Oh, I didn't rest yet, right? Perfect. So when I go into a rest, okay, good. So I'm gonna frenzy rage on this bitch.
Okay.
So I'm going to attack her
Great. Go ahead for it.
and do it recklessly.
Yeah, and just because we might be getting into combat, I might cut it off at a reasonable point so we're not doing a long battle tonight, guys.
Aw,
I'm just trying to... sorry.
I'm down to kill her.
I'm in love with the vampire.
And Kelly, I'd say roughly when you would notice what's happening, you're right around, like, here.
Is Hugo like a little turned on by this?
I don't know. Hugo.
Blood always turns you. Go on.
That's actually one of his. That's one of his character traits. Is the smell of fresh blood.
Makes me horny. No. I got a 20.
Okay, that'll hit.
Oh my god. Okay, let me get my regular dice out because I'm like not prepared for this. Alright. I need some d12s. Alright, so the first one hit. Alright. That's 9 plus 4 plus 2, so 11. 15 for the first one.
Okay.
I get to attack 3 now, right? Yeah. So that's 1.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, fuck me. 11. Oh wait, but before you say yes or no, I'm gonna use my bardic inspiration
Good
on
girl.
that one.
Good girl.
And that was a D8, right?
Yes.
Yes.
All right, I gotta find one of those.
There's no better feeling than when a bardic inspiration is used.
Was that fuck me an expletive or a plead?
Fuck me,
It was-
please, before I murder you. And then 5 to that, so I don't know.
11 plus 5.
Yeah, it's a 16.
That'll hit.
Okie dokie. 5 and 4 and 2 is 11 points.
Okay.
And the last one. Oh, I got a nat 20, so I roll 3 d12s. Dope.
I trust this Vistani girl blindly.
Oh, I got a 12 on that one. Yippee! 12 and 20 and 6. So 22, 28. Is that right?
Okay.
22. Yeah, so 28 points for that last one.
Awesome. All right. So as you come charging at her with your great axe, you swipe at her 3 times. The last one cutting significantly deeper than the first 2. And though she cries out in pain, you, as typical, predict that your weapons aren't doing as much damage as they normally would to a true Vistani, to a human. All right. It's going to be her turn. Just a second. Okay. She is going to come lunging at you with some claws.
Remember, you have a advantage against me.
Thank you. She has a multi-attack, so it's going to be 2 claw attacks. First one is 21 to hit.
Yep.
The second is only a 13 to hit.
No.
Okay, so the first one will hit. 1 second. I have the wrong character she pulled up.
I'm so pleased Hugo is giving us plenty of time to recover our strength.
Mm-hmm. You're gonna need it.
She really did love me because she didn't want to eat me the first time.
To eat you.
Oh, would a 14 hit, Kelly?
No, I got a 15.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure. I had messed up the plus modifier. The first attack is going to do 10 slashing damage.
Okay.
Right?
For her, yeah, it's half. But I know.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you weren't.
That's-
Sorry. I should.
That's pre-halved.
That's
welcome.
pre-halved. Yep.
Thank you.
She's
I'm
usually always
sleepy.
saying it, so like I know she's aware of it. This is the one time I should have known.
I'm so sleepy.
You did the metagaming. You
What?
meta pigeon.
I'm not
Woohoo!
metagaming.
I appreciate you.
Alright.
I'm just her body right now.
Alright, Kelly.
I'm good. Do it again.
Alright. Go ahead.
I go, is it kind of weird that this is turning me on a little bit? You sure you're the one who killed me? And then when she doesn't say anything, and I'm guessing try to still kill me, I'm going to attack her recklessly. 14 and 7 is 21.
That'll hit.
Oh my god, little babushka. 12 for the first one.
Okay.
Fuck. 9 and 7, 16.
To hit? To hit?
16.
To hit? Or is that
Yeah.
damage?
No, that's the hit.
Okay, that'll hit.
And so 16 damage.
Was
The
it
second one.
Was it 16 to hit or 16 damage?
It was both.
Okay.
So 16 to hit, and then I rolled 16 damage.
Okay, we're good. And your third
And then
attack?
the third one is... Oh my god, are you shitting me right now? I rolled 2 nat 1s, so that one definitely ain't hitting.
As you swing, the first two strike, but as you kind of lunge closer and closer to her, trying to get a better angle on her, you swing a little too wide, and your blade kind of rings down into the ground, and it kind of plunges into the earth a little bit, and as you kind of shake it out of the ground, you kind of look down, you can see the lifeless eyes of Ismark to the side of you as you're trying to ready your weapon. In anticipation
Oh my god,
of her
Irina's gonna
attack.
be so mad.
Does that mean she's the burgomaster now?
Wake up somebody that can heal.
Paige said, "You don't like Ismark? I'm killing him."
Good.
I'm
All
the
right,
DM of the
let's do
people. And as she kind of comes at you at this moment with you trying to ready your weapon, over kind of reaching with that 2 nat 1s, rolling with advantage, she's going to try to grapple you. So you're going to roll in either athletics or acrobatics, your choice. She's rolling an athletics check.
Jesus fuck.
She rolled pretty well. She rolled a nat 18 plus 4, so that's a 22.
Alright, I get to roll what?
Athletics or an acrobatics check. Your choice.
In the athletics.
You get to roll a maraca directly into the hut.
I got a 23.
What did you roll?
I rolled a 16 plus 7. I
Okay.
promise.
You break her teeth off.
So she comes to lunge and grab at you, and you just give yourself enough time, and you pull Helga between you, and it gives you just a half a second advance as you kind of separate her, and she reaches and just misses you. That's her turn, so it's your turn.
If I yell out really loud, will the people in the hut hear me?
You're not sure? I mean, probably. You're not sure though.
We got a problem!
Alright, and then for your turn?
I'm gonna attack her again.
Okay.
Recklessly. 3 times. Give me 2, give me 5, give me 7. Number 1 is, oh, that's good. That's a, 25.
25 will hit.
Okay. And 9 and 6 is 15 damage.
Okay.
Number 2. 22.
22 will hit.
4. Oh man, same thing. We got another 15 damage.
Okay.
And number 3. Oh, not so good. 5 and 7 is 12.
12 will not hit.
Fuck. Okay, that's it.
As you see her get ready, you can tell in this moment where you're ducking and dodging and avoiding her grasp, she seems to be recovering from the wounds you've inflicted on her.
I need that magical weapon. Can I wish it right now? What would happen if I try to wish it mid-combat?
You have to deal with the cost, so I wouldn't recommend it. It would take a full action at least to address your decision to request an item, negotiate the price, and accept it or decline it.
Okay.
That's up to you. But as she readies, she's gonna try to attempt to grapple you one more time. So same thing. You can either roll an athletics or an acrobatics check. She's rolling with advantage because you've just done. That's a nat 20. Do you want to roll?
Why'd you do an advantage?
Because you just did a reckless attack.
Oh, right. True. It's just attacks against me. A grapple doesn't count as an attack.
It's one of her attack actions.
A grapple is an attack.
Girl, you grappled. You fight recklessly, there's consequences.
I don't want to get turned into a Hugo vampire.
As,
But we could have a nice little family of Hugo baby vampire babies.
As
Okay,
you
I'm gonna roll this nat 20, bitch. Nope, it was a 17.
Okay. And she takes a hold of you, and the first time you've she's really clung to you. You don't realize how strong she wasn't until now. And you all suddenly awake in the tent, kind of like droopy-eyed, and you hear Hugo kind of cry out in the night. And I'm sure as you all quickly begin to run and emerge out of the tent, you would see Sasha holding on to Hugo, grappling him, his arms to his side, his weapon to his side, and you can see just a little bit of the blood all over her face. I'm sorry, I didn't want to do this. And that's her one tonight session.
Are you kidding? I was ready to jump in. I was like, oh no!
Yeah.
No, I can't wait 2 weeks.
Yeah, we have to. No, I can't. I really can't do starting a combat tonight, guys. I'm sorry.
Is she like a vampire with a heart of gold?
I use my feline agility.
She killed Ismark, so no.
We don't like this.
I don't understand. I both like Ismark. I don't know. The whole party doesn't hate Ismark.
Just to be clear, we haven't had a full rest.
No.
Fuck.
No one has benefited from full rest yet.
I don't have this blink, but it's fine. I wouldn't have used it this fight anyway.
There would have been enough time.
So much shit.
Granted, we've already done a short rest since there's been a short rest in this night session. You would have benefited from a short rest if you'd like, but that's up to you.
Okay, so I get my bardic inspiration back. That's good.
You'd already
Is it
gone
past
that.
midnight?
What?
Is it past midnight?
Yes, it would be.
Blink is back, baby.
Good girl.
We need your special powers of light healing 13.
Yeah, right.
Let's not fucking talk about the fact that I'm going to be a werewolf, because
I'm gonna be a vampire. It's gonna be okay.
no, Brana's already made her death pact. She's not okay.
I'm gonna be a sad sack. It's okay.
All right. Well, I'm looking forward to see how you guys handle this mysterious. Is she really Vistani vampire?
They probably just killed a Vistani and put on their
Right, there are
clothes.
answers. There are just going to be,
I bet she
bodies.
just put on Vistani clothes and isn't even Vistani. I think she's a fucking liar.
Right, well, then we all fell for it and we're big old dumb idiots.
Or she's
Well, I don't know Western tribes. I'm sorry.
All right. Well, I'm really looking forward to picking this up, but I'm even more looking forward to doing a good one shot next week. But thanks, everybody.
Bye.
Goodbye.